The pines stand tall where the shadows sleep, where the roots run dark and the silence keeps every secret that the night can find. Buried deep where the light can't find. The wind moves slow through needle and bone, like it's whispering names it's always known. And somewhere lost between the lines, something waits beneath the pines. I took that trail past the broken sign, where the path fades out and twists with time. They said don't walk where the forest bends, 'cause that's where all the lost ones end. But I've been chasing what I can't explain, through dirt, through dust, through quiet pain. And every step I made that day felt like it pulled me further away. The trees grew thick, the light grew thin, like the world was closing slowly in. And every sound I tried to trace just echoed back without a place. I saw the ground where it sank just right, like it had swallowed up the night. And something deep beneath the skin told me not to look within. It's buried beneath the pines, where the truth won't stay, where the earth pulls everything away. Every lie, every crime, just fading now beneath the pines. Oh, I hear them calling through the ground, in every root and every sound. And the deeper I go, the less I find just what was buried beneath the pines. I found a shovel half sunk in clay, like someone tried to walk away, but left behind what they had done. When the digging finally was done, the dirt was loose, too soft, too wide, like it was breathing from inside. And every instinct in my bones said leave this place and go back home. But something pulled me to my knees beneath those ancient watching trees. And when I touched the hollow ground, I swear I felt a heartbeat sound. The wind went still, the forest hushed, like every living thing it rushed to watch the moment I would see what waited there beneath me. Is buried beneath the pines, where the truth won't stay, where the earth pulls everything away. Every lie, every crime, just fading now beneath the pines. Oh, I hear them calling through the ground, in every root and every sound. And the deeper I go, the less I find, and just what was buried beneath the pines. I started digging with shaking hands, through broken earth and silent land. Each inch I cleared, the colder it grew, like I was breaking something through. Then came the smell of rust and rain, of something lost that won't remain. And buried there beneath the soil was more than death, more than spoil. I saw a shape I couldn't name, not quite a body, not quite the same. And in that moment I understood some things are meant to leave the wood. The forest breathed, the roots held tight, like they were guarding something right. Not evil, not good, just bound to be a memory locked eternally. And every tree began to sway, not from wind but something say, like they were warning me to go before I learned too much to know. It's buried beneath the pines, where the truth won't stay, where the earth pulls everything away. Every lie, every crime, just fading now beneath the pines. Oh, I hear them calling through the ground, news ain't just the breeze, it's something speaking through the leaves. And every dream pulls me behind, back to the place beneath the pines. So if you walk where the tall trees grow, don't trust the things you think you know, 'cause once you hear that quiet sign, you'll be buried beneath the pines. Tracks hum low in the dead of night, like they're calling something out of sight. The station's empty, cold as stone, like it forgot it was ever known. A flickering lamp swings back and forth, like it's marking time without a course. And somewhere far a whistle cries from a train that never arrives. I bought a ticket from a man with no face. He didn't speak, just slid it my way. Said one way ride, no turning back, then disappeared into the black. The platform groaned beneath my feet, like it knew who it was about to meet. And when the train came into view, it felt like something I already knew. No number mark, no destination sign, just rust and shadows down the line. And every window showed the same, a reflection I could not name. The door slid open with a hollow sigh, like something living had just passed by. And deep inside a voice I feared said, "You've been expected here." It's the midnight train to nowhere. Future collide, no place to stop, no place to stay, just endless track that fades away. Oh, I tried to leave, but I'm too far gone. Every mile keeps pulling me on, and the deeper I go, the less I care where this train goes, or if I'm there. The seats were torn, the air was still, like time itself had lost its will. A woman sat across from me with hollow eyes that couldn't see. She whispered low, "You'll understand," as she reached out with shaking hand. But when I blinked, she was just gone, like she had never been there at all. The lights above began to fade, like they were afraid of what they made. And every face I thought I saw was just a shadow with no law. The wheels kept turning slow and grim, like they were grinding bone and sin. And every sound along the track felt like it was pulling me back. It's the midnight train to nowhere. I ride where the past and the future collide. No place to stop, no place to stay, just endless track that fades away. Oh, I tried to leave, but I'm too far gone. Every mile keeps pulling me on, and the deeper I go, the less I care where this train goes, or if I'm there. I walked the aisle through car to car, but every door led just as far back to the place I'd been before, like the train had no real core. A conductor stood in worn-out black with a lantern dim and a crooked back. He tipped his hat but didn't speak, just pointed where the walls grew weak. I looked outside but saw no land, just endless dark like shifting sand. And in the glass I saw my face, slowly fading without a trace. And then I knew what this ride was not where I'm going, but what I was. Every choice I left behind, now carved into this endless line. No start, no end, no right, no wrong, just echoes stretched too long. A journey made of what I've been, rolling through the dark within. It's the midnight train to nowhere I ride, where the past and the future collide. No place to stop, no place to stay, just endless track that fades away. Oh, I tried to leave, but I understand this train was never part of a plan. And now I see what I've become, another passenger on the run. Now I sit as the whistle cries, under never-ending skies. No sleep, no dream, no waking call, just movement through it all. And if you ever hear that sound of iron wheels on hollow ground, don't look too long, don't stay aware, or you might find yourself on there. The station waits, but not for me, just a ghost of what could be. And somewhere lost beyond the air rolls the train to nowhere. There's a space between the moments where the air don't fully move, like a sentence left unfinished with nothing left to prove. And the silence feels familiar, like it's something I've rehearsed. There's a weight inside the quiet of the last words unrehearsed. Every phrase in perfect place, thought I'd say them when it mattered, when I finally saw your face. But the moment came and passed me like it didn't recognize. All the things I meant to tell you just stayed buried in disguise. There's no echo of that silence, no replay I can demand, just the memory of the distance between the thought and where I stand. No voice to break, no line to trace, just something locked in empty space. And every breath I hold too long feels like it's where they still belong. They're the last words I never said tonight. No wrong, no clear-cut right, just something caught before the sound that never made it out. Oh, I tried to call them back to life, tried to force them into light, but every time I reach inside, they fade before they rise. I hear them in the quiet hours when the world has settled down. Not as voices, not as language, just a pressure without sound. There's no way to reconstruct them, no exact way they would land, just a feeling that they carry that I can't quite understand. I speak around the emptiness now, try to feel what wasn't done, but every word I say too late feels like it's the wrong one. No past to fix, no thread to pull, just something never made it full. And every truth I try to shape feels like a version out of place. They're the last words I never said tonight. No way to bring them into sight. You can search through every memory, but they won't form the same. Oh, I turned, I tried to rewrite every moment in my mind, but every path I trace again still leaves them undefined. I stood still in the reflection, tried to say them to the glass, but they wouldn't take their meaning. They just slipped and didn't last. No sound to carry what they held, no form they could become, just the shape of something missing that refuses to be done. And in that quiet realization, with no time left to pretend, I stopped trying just to speak them and let the silence stand. Choose to keep finds a way to never sleep. And silence don't just disappear, it settles in, it lingers here. So everything you leave unsaid still finds a place inside your head. They're the last words, and now I see they were never meant to be. No matter how I try to find, they're lost between the lines. Oh, I ran it through my mind, every version I could find, but every line I thought was true never sounded right for you. Now the room is still and open, but it holds what never came. Every silence feels connected to a word without a name. And if you ever hold a sentence that you're waiting just to say, don't assume you'll get the moment, it might already slip away. The sky was bleeding a faded red, like the sun itself had lost its head. Wind rolled low through a broken land, like it knew the taste of blood and sand. There's a sound that sleeps in the hollow ground, where nothing lives that can't be drowned. And every breath that the earth lets out tastes like silence wrapped in doubt. Taught me how to survive by keeping the dead things half alive. We didn't pray, we didn't cry, just watch the world slowly pass us by. And every dream that I ever had was buried deep in the iron and ash. The house we lived in leaned like sin, like it knew the war that lived within. And every night the walls would shake like they were breaking just to break. I learned early what silence cost, every victory already lost. And every road that I tried to trust turned into blood and turned into dust. It's blood and dust, that's all I know, where the broken hearts and the in a godless place. I wore a gun like a second skin, like it could wash away what I've been. Every shot was a prayer unmade, every bullet a price I paid. There was a town where I crossed that line, where the law had lost its sense of time, and the men there spoke in cracked out lies, with hollow mouths and empty eyes. They said, boy, you don't belong here yet, but the dead don't care who they forget. And I stood my ground in the choking air, like I still had something left to spare. But the wind don't care who you trust, it just carries blood and dust. And every saint I ever knew was just a sinner passing through. It's blood and dust, that's all I know, where the broken hearts and the dead winds go, where every promise fades to rust in the endless weight of blood and dust. Oh, I tried to run, I tried to fight, but the darkness follows me every night, and nothing grows where I've been placed, just blood and dust in a godless place. I met a man on a desert road, with a face like a heavy load. He said, son, you're running out of time, and you've already crossed the final line. He pointed west where the sun don't stay, where the sky just bleeds and fades away. And he laughed like he'd seen it all, like he'd watched every strong man fall. I asked him what lies past the end. He said, nothing you can call a friend, just echoes drifting through the sand from every life that slipped your hand. I buried hope in a shallow grave, next to the promises I couldn't save. And I carved my name in a stone too small, knowing no one would read it at all. And I swear I heard the earth reply, a low cracked voice beneath the sky, saying every soul that dares to roam becomes the dirt they once called home. It's blood and dust, it's all I know, where the broken hearts and the dead winds go, where every promise fades to rust in the endless weight of blood and dust. Oh, I tried to run, I tried to fight, but the darkness follows me every night, and nothing grows where I've been placed, just blood and dust in a godless place. Now I walk where the sun don't rise, with hollow bones and empty eyes. No name, no home, no guiding light, just fading echoes in the night. And maybe one day I'll finally fall and not remember any of it at all. But until then, I walk this line between the living and lost in time. The wind still sings through shattered ground, where no forgiveness can be found. And all that's left when the world goes still is blood and dust and iron will. Bury me deep beneath the black oak tree, where the chains you forged to silence me. There's a path you can't quite see now, but you feel it when you stand, like the ground remembers footsteps you can't fully understand. And it doesn't look like ruin, not a break or open wound, just the absence essence of what should've stayed attached a little longer too. Started in the quiet moments of words too easy to give. Nothing carved into the future, just the way we chose to live. Every promise sounded certain, every line was clean and clear, but they faded in the telling like they never really were. Now I see them in the distance, not as objects, not as signs, just a feeling that I walk through without noticing the line. No hand to hold, no voice to keep, just something falling underneath. And every step I try to take feels like it's already late. It's a trail of broken promises tonight, no wrong declared, no clear right, just something fading in the wake of every vow we couldn't make. Oh, I tried to turn around, but the silence held no sound, and every word I thought was true became a path I walked straight through. I remember every moment when the meaning felt so real, but the shape of what we said then couldn't hold the way we feel. There's no line I can recover, no exact place I can stand, just the weight of all the versions that slipped right through my hands. Now even memory feels altered, like it's learning how to lie, not in truth but in the space in between what we left behind. No truth to claim, no debt to show, just something only time will know. And every promise I repeat feels like it's losing its teeth. It's a trail of broken promises I see. It was never just for me, no matter how I tried to keep, they all dissolved beneath my feet. Oh, I stayed, I tried to mend every star and every end, but every vow I thought was made just slowly started to decay. Now I walk without direction, let the silence take its form. There's no anger in the ending, just the absence of what's gone. And I don't blame the forgetting or the way it came undone. It's the nature of the speaking to dissolve when it is done. And in the quiet realization, with no promise left to break, I stop chasing after meaning and accept what still remains. Adding the lie that builds the path, it's every truth that doesn't last. Every word you fail to keep becomes the ground beneath your feet. And promises don't disappear, they settle slowly year by year. So every step you think is new is something already due. It's a trail and now I see it was always part of me. No matter how I tried to run, it was already begun. Oh, I turned, I didn't fight, let it fade into the night. And every promise I once knew still leads me back to what is true. Now the path is almost silent, but it doesn't feel erased. Just the shape of all the endings that I never could replace. And if you ever make a promise in a moment you can't see, don't assume it disappears. It might become your history. Oh. It might become your history. cuts through a dead man's field, where the crops don't grow and the wounds don't heal. Every mile's got a story buried in dust. Every cross leans sideways like it gave up on us. I've been walking it slow with a bottle and guilt, with the past I can't bury and a fate already built. Mama's voice still cracks through the wind at night, but it fades when I step out of the light. And the sky hangs low like it's closing in, like it knows every place that I've been. God forgot this road I'm on. Let me hear where the hope is gone. Every prayer just turns to stone in a place that won't let go. Hear the silence scream my name like it's feeding on my shame. I don't kneel, I don't beg. Just keep walking where the lost souls bled. There's a diner still open at 9:30, with a waitress who don't blink at anyone. She poured me black coffee with a shaking hand, said, "You ain't the first to not understand." I said, "What happens to men like me?" She just laughed like she'd seen what I'd see. Then she pointed outside to the empty night, said they keep walking till they lose the fight. And the neon buzz felt like a warning sign, like the end was already mine. God forgot this road I'm on. Let me hear where the hope is gone. Every prayer just turns to stone in a place that won't let go. Hear the silence scream my name like it's feeding on my shame. I don't kneel, I don't beg. Just keep walking where the lost souls bled. There's a grave with no name by the roadside bend, just a number scratched deep like a final end. I felt something pull when I passed it by, like a piece of me didn't want to survive. Then I saw my face in the shattered glass of a rusted car from a long dead past. And the eyes staring back weren't mine at all. They were darker, like they'd seen the fall. And I heard a voice from the broken ground, said, "You've been dead since you came around. Every step you take just digs it deep. You ain't walking, you're buried beneath." I tried to run, but the road stood still, like it bent to match my will. Every turn just led me back to the same old dirt, the same old track. And the sky cracked open without a sound, but no light ever came back down. Now I see them all in the fading gray. Every soul that the road betrayed. They don't speak, they don't cry, just walk with that hollow in their eyes. And I feel myself fading thin, like the dark's finally settling in. If I ever lived, I can't recall. Maybe I never did at all. God forgot this road I'm on. Left me here where the hope is gone. Every prayer just turns to stone in a place that won't let go. Hear the silence scream my name like it's feeding on my shame. I don't kneel, I don't beg. Just keep walking where the lost souls bled. God forgot, or maybe he knew what this road was gonna do. Turn a man into something less, just a shadow in the emptiness. If there's mercy, it missed this place, didn't leave a single trace. I don't fight, I don't plead, just become what this road believes. So if you ever see that broken sign at the edge of nowhere, past the line, turn around, don't you go too far. Don't follow follow the pull of a dying star. 'Cause once you walk where I have gone, you don't come back. You just move along on the road where God is gone. Sharp like a rusted blade, I've been riding through the night trying not to fade. The stars above don't shine for me no more. Just lead me down this lonesome desert floor. Every town I pass remembers my name. Whispers spread like wildfire and blame. I ain't searching for forgiveness or peace, just a place where my heart can find a sleep. 'Cause I'm a rider without a home, just a shadow made of dust and bone. I'm a rider. The road runs quiet through the night, like it's hiding from the light. Dust hangs low where memories roam, on the path that leads us home. There's a weight I can't outrun, from all the things I've said and done. And every mile I've ever known just leads me back to carry home. I came back through that broken gate where time and truth don't separate. The house still stands but leans in shame, like it remembers every name. The porch still creaks beneath my feet, like it knows what I won't speak. And every step I take inside feels like there's nowhere left to hide. There's a photograph turned face down, like you couldn't bear the sound of what I was and what I've been, staring back through faded skin. And in the silence I confess, the ghost I never laid to rest. They don't accuse, they don't condemn, they just wait for me to name them. These are the sins we carry home, carved in flesh and set in stone. No matter how far we try to roam, we drag them back, we drag them home. Oh, I tried to leave them in the past, but nothing buried ever lasts. And every road I've ever known leads me back to carry home. The kitchen still smells faint and cold, the words too sharp, the stories told. The cut too deep to disappear and lingers stronger year by year. A chair sits empty by the wall, like it's waiting for a call that never came, that never will, but echoes in the silence still. I hear my father's voice again, not loud, not clear, just drifting in, like something lost between regret and all the things he can't forget. The walls don't speak, but they still know every truth I never show, and every lie I tried to own has found its way back home. These are the sins we carry home, carved in flesh and set in stone. No matter how far we try to roam, we drag them back, we drag them home. Oh, I tried to leave them in the past, but not undone, just a part of everything I've done. And maybe peace ain't letting go, but learning what you always know, that every road you travel on still brings you back where you belong. The night grows still, the past won't fade, but I don't fear the mess I've made. 'Cause in the dark I finally know these are the sins we carry home. Wind got sharp like a rusted blade. I've been riding through the night trying not to fade. The stars above don't shine for me no more, just lead me down this lonesome desert floor. Every town I pass remembers my name, whispers spread like wildfire and blame. I ain't searching for forgiveness or peace, just a place where my heart can finally sleep. 'Cause I'm a rider without a home, just a shadow made of dust and bone. I'm a rider without street where silence met the fading heat. No sirens now, no boots to chase, just echoes of a different place. The sky hung low, the day ran thin, and I already wasn't where I'd been. I heard them coming miles away, but by then there was no way to undo what had been done or outrun the setting sun. The sheriff's badge caught pale light, like judgment dressed in something right. But I wasn't standing where they aimed, not quite guilty, not quite framed. The town had already closed its eyes, like truth was something it denies. And every step they took toward me felt like delayed apology. The wind went still, the road went wide, like it was choosing its own side. And every breath I tried to take just marked the ground they'd break. The law found me too late that day, nothing left to take away. No chains to bind, no words to say, just shadows in the fading gray. Oh, I tried to run, I tried to hide, but time had already decided. And every step they tried to claim just called out a different name. The horses slowed, the dust fell down like it was morning what they'd found. But I was still one step ahead of everything they thought I'd said. A broken fence, a hollow gate, too little mercy, too much fate. And every rule they came to serve felt like it lost its nerve. The paperwork, the final call, meant nothing standing where I fall, because the truth had slipped away long before that final day. The law don't move as fast as sin, it only shows up where you've been. And every second ticking through had already passed me too. The law found me too late that time, after every crooked line. No trial left, no place to stand, just echoes slipping through their hand. Oh, I tried to wait, I tried to stay, but fate had gone the other way. And every truth they tried to name was already not the same. like even justice didn't know if I was villain, ghost or lie, or just a man they passed by. The wind picked up, the clouds broke thin, like something else was listening. And in that pause I understood they never would, they never could. The law arrived, but not in time to catch the moment I crossed the line. And now there's nothing left to trace but empty space. It ain't the badge, it ain't the gun, it's everything that's already done. Every second you negate becomes a law that's always late. And justice don't always arrive before the moment stops alive, till everything you tried to fight is already out of sight. The law found me too late for me, and I was already free, not from chains but from their claim, from even knowing my own name. Oh, I tried to stop, I tried to wait, but it always comes too late. And every road I tried to trace was empty of my place. Now I don't run, I don't resist, I live in what they've come to miss. No guilt to serve, no truth to wait, just footsteps fading away. And if you'll ever hear that sound of boots on empty, broken ground, don't wait for them, don't trust their pace, or you'll vanish without a trace. The dust still falls, the sky grows dim, but nothing ever catches him. And I remain where echoes fade. Beyond the law, too late was made. There's a sound that starts in distance, not a strike, not fully near, just a pressure in the silence that begins to form as fear. And the air don't hold it lightly, it just carries what it brings, like the world has learned to tremble at the weight of unseen things. Yeah. It don't come with broken thunder, it don't tear the sky apart, just a rhythm slowly rising, like it's always at a start. Every street begins to listen, every window holds its breath, like the quiet understands it better than what's left. There's no place you can escape it, no direction it won't reach. It's inside the very stillness that refuses not to speak. No voice to stop, no hand to hold, just something older than control. And every step you try to take arrives a second far too late. These are the bells of judgment day to night. No hiding, lifting, wrong or right, just something counting what remains in slow and unrelenting frames. Oh, I tried to close my eyes, tried to rewrite every line, but every sound I tried to break just echoed back a deeper shade. The ground don't shake in warning, it just steadies underneath, like it knows the weight is coming without needing to believe. Every face I pass is quieter, every movement slightly slow, like they've heard it long before me, sound come passing through. There's no fire left in the body, no resistance left to do. And in that final hearing, where the silence meets the ring, I stop searching for the meaning and accept what it will bring. Not a punishment unfolding, not a wrath I can define, just the ending of the distance between everything and time. It ain't a voice from up above, it's what you make of what you love. Every truth you let decay still comes back in its own way, and judgment don't arrive as fire. It moves like something getting higher. So every step you thought was free was always part of what will be. These are the bells I understand. They were never in my hands. No matter how I tried to run, the counting had already begun. Oh, I stood still, I didn't hide, let it echo deep inside. And every name I thought I knew was already passing through. Now the sound is almost fading, but it never really goes. It just lingers in the places where nobody quite knows. And if you ever hear it started in a silence you call home, don't mistake it for arrival. It's the end of what you've known. The church bells ring, but not for peace. They echo through a broken release, and every note feels sharp and thin, like something trying to begin. The stained glass burns in morning light, but nothing here feels wholly right. And in the hush between each prayer, she knew something was hidden there. She walked the halls like she belonged, but something in her felt too strong, too sharp for all the words they prayed, too clear for sins they tried to fade. Her father spoke with steady tone, but never when she was alone. And every sermon he would give seemed like a place where lies could live. She found the book beneath the stair, like tight, like someone hid it there. Not scripture clean, not gospel pure, but something darker at its core. She didn't scream, she didn't run, just read the truth that came undone. And every page she turned too fast pulled her deeper into past. The preacher's daughter knew too much that day about the things he'd swept away. No holy light, no saving grace could hide the truth upon her face. Oh, she tried to speak, she tried to flee, but truth don't always set you free. And every word she tried to show was something they refused to know. The basement door was always locked, Late at night she heard it talk, not voices clear, but shifting sound, like something breathing underground. A shovel leaned against the wall, like it remembered every call, and every stain she couldn't place felt like it carried someone's face. She wrote it down in quiet ink, the things they never dared to think. But paper burns and truth will hide when fear is standing right outside. She held the weight without a word. Too much was seen, too much was heard, and every truth she couldn't trust turned into falling dust. The preacher's daughter knew too much that night about the shadows out of sight. No sanctuary, no disguise could save her from what truth implies. Oh, she tried to speak, she tried to flee, but truth don't always set you free. And every step she tried to take just led to something they would break. They say she vanished without trace, but I still see her hidden face in every mirror cracked and worn, in every silence newly born. The preacher never changed his tone, still stood there preaching all alone. But something in his eyes went still, like something finally lost its will. And every hymn the church still sings feels heavier than broken things, like someone left a truth behind that echoes through the preacher's mind. It ain't the book, it ain't the sin, it's everything that's trapped within. Every secret left to grow becomes the thing you cannot know. And truth don't always wear a crown, sometimes it burns whole kingdoms down, till every prayer you try to clutch can't save you from what's known too much. The preacher's daughter knew too much to stay, and there was nothing left to say. No holy path, no second chance, just silence in the final glance. Oh, she tried to walk, she tried to be the voice they never let be free. And every truth she couldn't show still haunts the ground below. Now I don't pray, I don't believe, I just remember what I see. No faith to save, no lies to clutch, just what she knew, too much. And if you ever hear her name whispered soft like dying flame, don't look too close, don't stay too long, or you'll learn what went so wrong. The bells still ring, the choir sings, but something darker softly clings, and I remain where shadows touch with the truth she knew too much. The night rang low, like it had nowhere else to go. Glass and laughter, smoke and sin, all circled me within. And in that noise so loud, so tight, I lost my faith that night. It started small, a careless word, the kind you wish you never heard. Then bottles turned to breaking sound, and truth got knocked right to the ground. The jukebox died mid-fading tune, like even music left the room. And every promise I once knew got buried in the blue. No holy sign, no warning grace, just fists and flash and broken space. The air got thick, the floorboard shook, like even heaven took a look. And every breath I tried to save just fell into the grave. I lost my faith in a barroom. in my mind. I lost my faith in a barroom fight for me, and never set me free. No final word, no saving hand, just glass across the land. No, I tried to stay, I tried to run, but the damage was already done. And every breath I tried to find still shakes inside my mind. Now every time I hear that sound of bottles breaking on the ground, it takes me back to where it fell, where heaven turned to hell. Not devil there, not angels either, just men who couldn't be believers. And somewhere in that final swing, I lost everything. Not God, not hope, not truth or flame, just something I can't name. It ain't the bar, it ain't the fight, it's everything that feels not right. Every faith we try to keep still cracks and broken sleep. And belief don't always die clean, sometimes it's lost between a shattered glass and fading light inside a barroom fight. I lost my faith in a barroom fight for good, and I've no faith in living us too. No peace to find, no place to stand.